Welcome back to Systems and Schedules. This is Lesson 2, Scheduling. You've narrowed your niche. You've created a great brand identity, and you're currently writing systems to help make your business run smoothly. But now it's time to figure out a schedule so that you can work consistently. Let's go ahead and take a look at what my schedule looks like. Now, my schedule is going to look different than your schedule, but I just want to show you that you can squeeze in TPT work during a busy work life, and you can have a balance between your regular life and business. It is possible, but you want to be organized and you want to make sure you set those times and are consistent when you work. Now, my schedule changes year to year based on my kids' school schedule, and that's okay, but currently, this is what my schedule looks like. 8 o'clock, I get my kids ready for school. 8:30, they're out the door on the bus, and then I'm doing some house chores. Some days I do go to the gym from 9:30 to 10:30, and then I work on TPT in the morning from 11 to 1. Now, 1 to 4, my preschooler gets home. She doesn't go to preschool every day, but the days she does, I'm working while she's at school. And then when she's home, we have lunch, time together. There might be more house chores. Maybe I have to run errands. And then by 4 o'clock, the older kids are home. And 4 to 7 is very busy. Hardly ever do I get to work on TPT between the hours of 4 and 7 because I'm either running carpools, kids are having play dates, we're having dinner, and we're doing homework. Then 7 to 8, we have family time. And 8 to 11:30 is when I work on TPT. I work better at night. I am a night owl, and that's when my ideas come to me. And I know that that's not going to work for everyone. Maybe you like to work in the morning. So your work schedule may look like 5 to 8 a.m. you're working on TPT. Or maybe you are currently still in the classroom, and so you only can work on TPT on the weekends. Or maybe you only have time Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to work on TPT. Whatever that is, I challenge you to make a schedule and make it consistent. Your consistency is key for you finding success when you have a set time that you can dedicate to work on your TPT business. Now, from 11:30 to 12 is when I watch a show or read a book. I do this for me so that I have something to look forward to when I'm working. It gives me motivation to complete my tasks and have something to look forward to. So make that nightly routine or morning routine, whatever that is, so that you have something to look forward to when you finish your work so that you're not getting burned out of your business. Now, there are certain things you can do to become a brilliant boss in 10 minutes. So let's say during the day, you're doing chores and you realize you have 10 extra minutes you could work on TPT. It's not part of your schedule, but you have an extra free 10 minutes. Can you get any work done? Yes, you can. You could make a meme or quote for social media. Do this on Canva on your phone in the app. Or you could use WordSwag, and you could really do this in just a couple of minutes. You could batch create 3 or 4 social media images. Post an image on Facebook or a blog on Facebook. Just quickly post something to your Facebook page. You could post something on Instagram, either in stories or on your feed. People love to see you in stories, so that's something you could quickly do, and it takes 10 minutes or less. You could write out your schedule for the week. Maybe your schedule changes week to week and you need to stay on top of that. Interact on social media. That's an important step in keeping engagement up. So maybe you're commenting on other sellers' Instagram accounts, or maybe you're liking other posts, whatever that is, interact on social media. What if you had an extra 20 minutes? Are there tasks you could complete for your business? Yes, there are. Let's check those out. You could create a video for Reels or TikTok, and honestly, once you get good at that, those really are quick to make, and I think that's doable in 20 minutes or less. You could film a quick Facebook Live about a product or answer a question for your audience. You could write an email, and maybe you're not sending the email, but you're writing it so it's ready to be sent later on. You could take some product photos. You could post a pin or two on Pinterest with some detailed descriptions. You could just do some regular pinning, or you can research some social media trends. What if you had 45 minutes in your schedule? What could you do? You could do product creation, and that would be my number one tip if you had 45 minutes or more, just because that is a good chunk of time to sit and focus on product creation. You could set up an ad or two on Facebook. You could set up a couple promoted pins. You could create a more detailed preview video for a product. Now, what if you had 60 minutes or more? What could you do in your schedule to work on tasks for your business? You could write a blog post for a product. You could schedule Facebook posts for the entire month. You could get copy written for Instagram posts for the month. You could edit a resource so it's ready to be posted on TPT. You could update an old resource or product creation. If you have 60 minutes or more, I would focus on product creation if you can, just because that is a great set of time to work on product creation. But sometimes these other tasks need to be completed too. Now on to some scheduling tips. Did you know that multitasking can lead to as much as 40% drop in productivity? And that people who are interrupted and have to switch their attention back and forth take 50% longer to complete a task. Multitaskers also make up to 50% more errors when completing a task. And when you think about it, when you're multitasking, you're not focused. And so you are going to make more mistakes, and it is going to take you longer. Being a multitasker isn't something to be proud of. We need to make sure that we're focusing our attention on what's needed at that moment. So how can you avoid multitasking? Try batching. Batching is when you make a list of all your to-dos and prioritize what is most important, and then you're going to group your similar tasks together. So you're going to say, all my emails, whether that's sending emails or answering emails, those will all be one group task. Product creation, group that together. Cover creation, group that together. Product photography and video, group that together. Then you're going to create a schedule and plan of when you're going to create and finish these tasks. So you might say, all my emails will be answered in the morning. Then I'm going to do product video and photography in the afternoon, and then product creation in the evening. Whatever it looks like for you, batch all your similar tasks together so you're not jumping from one item to another. Another tip you can do is create a routine. So find the time in the day that works for you. Like I've said, mine is in the evening where I know I can count on working on TPT from 8 to 11:30. That's my time. If I can't work on it any other time of the day, that's fine, because I know in the evening, that's my time. Maybe you can only work on weekends or you prefer mornings. Whatever that is, find a time that works for you. And remember that some time is better than no time. So if you work less than another TPT seller friend, that's okay, because you're doing what works for you. Another great method to help you schedule your time is what I like to call the MIT method, or the most important task method. You're going to pick the top 3 most essential tasks for the day to work on. And once you finish those top 3, if there's time, then you move down your list. But you're choosing those top 3 items and you're focusing on them until they're complete. Another great method when scheduling your time is the Pomodoro technique. Now, this is how you can get rid of distractions and really focus on the task at hand. You're going to work 4 25-minute chunks. You've turned off your phone, you've turned off social media, and you're going to really zero in on those 25-minute chunks. And after each 25-minute block, you'll take a 5-minute break. And at the end of the 4 Pomodoros, so the 4 25-minute chunks, you take a longer 15 or 20-minute break, whether that's to eat a snack, go for a walk, read the news, whatever that is, you take a longer break. But I love using the Pomodoro method when I'm working because I can stay on task for 25 minutes. I can tell myself that I can do 25 minutes, and then I give myself a little break. This is one of my favorite techniques when I'm working on TPT. Now I want you to ask yourself, what will your schedule look like? After this lesson, you're going to take time to write out your schedule so that you can figure out what days and times work for you. I want you to find a consistent time every day or every week that you're working on TPT. And I want you to think of those scheduling tips, the MIT method, the Pomodoro method, and batching. Maybe you're going to do a little bit of all of them, or maybe there's one that really stands out to you. But I want you to figure out when you're going to consistently work on TPT and how you're going to keep yourself on track. Now, in talking about scheduling, let's also talk about how to schedule your social media. There are a lot of schedulers out there, and I've tried several of them. I've tried Tailwind, SmarterQueue, there's one called Meet Edgar, and there's a whole slew of other schedulers that you could use to schedule social media. However, my favorite social media scheduler is just Creator Studio, which is the free scheduling program on Facebook. And you can schedule both your Instagram and your Facebook posts on it. If you've never tried it, I challenge you to try it today. There's no need to spend extra money on other schedulers when there's already a free one built in the system. In fact, I would bet that if you use the Facebook scheduler, Creator Studio, the Facebook and Instagram algorithm are going to favor those posts more that use their products. That's just a guess of mine, but it's something I really believe to be true. So let's go ahead and see how the Creator Studio scheduler works. When you get to Facebook, you're going to go to your Facebook page and scroll down to where it says Create Post in Creator Studio. Now in Creator Studio, you can create posts for both Instagram and Facebook. This is where you will go to create an Instagram post too. So you need to keep that in mind. And if you haven't already, you need to link your Facebook page to your Instagram page so that you can schedule on both platforms. Now, some people might not have a Facebook page yet. I would just create one so you can link it to your Instagram account so you can use the scheduling tool. So this is how it works. I scroll down on my Facebook page to Create Post in Creator Studio. Once you get into Creator Studio, you can either create a post in Facebook or Instagram. Let's start with Facebook. And when you're creating on Facebook, you'll just click Create Post. And you'll put the text and link here. And you can add photos, videos, or go live. Let's just go ahead and add a photo. And then you could add whatever text you'd like. Like, keep up the good work, teachers. Or maybe you're posting about a product. So you're going to give product details and a link back to that product, whatever it is. Then you'll go down to this arrow and you'll click Schedule Post. And you can choose a date and time to schedule it. And you can schedule several months in advance and then choose the time. You would then click Save and it's ready to go. So let's choose April 1st, we'll say, and we'll just make it at 11 a.m. and we'll click Save. Then Schedule Post. Then when I go down into my scheduled posts here, it will show me all the posts that are scheduled. Now we scheduled it for April and this is only showing January to February, but you can alter that to whatever time and days you want. So here we are in the last 7 days. Here's the one we've scheduled that won't go out until April 1st. Now, what if you want to schedule on Instagram? Same process, but you just click the Instagram icon. Now I have 2 Instagram accounts and I'm going to click Create Post. I can do an Instagram feed or an IG video. And I'm going to choose which account I'm going to use. Then I'm going to write my post. And this is where you can also include hashtags. Now let me show you how that works. So you can write something like, good work, teachers. Or maybe you're writing about a product, whatever that is. Then I'm going to go ahead and leave a little space because I want to add my hashtags. When I start writing my hashtags, it gives me hashtags that are relevant to what I'm typing. I love that about the scheduler. And then it tells me this is how many characters I have left to write in my post. I can add up to 30 mentioned other accounts, and I have 29 hashtags left. So I'm not guessing how many I have to use, and I don't have to reinvent every time which hashtag to use. It's going to give me some great examples. Or you might say teacher life, and then it's going to, spell it right though, right? Teacher life. And it's going to give me some relevant hashtags to use. I love that. Then same as before, you're going to add your content. And then you'll schedule a time to post it, whenever that works for you. I hope this scheduling lesson has been helpful for you and that you've been able to figure out a time that will work for you in your life to work on TPT. The goal is to keep it consistent so that you always have a time to count on when you can work on your business.